It's coming. As promised, folks, my friend Ali, he's just served almost 2 decades in prison. He's not hip to technology. We ran through this with him today. He's a great guy, and he's such a charismatic person as well. He's been through hell. He has caused some hell. He's caused some hell himself. He takes full responsibility. He served his time. But I mean, I've been in some scrapes, but Ali has lived a life like a character out of Scarface. So,
Sean, come on, Sean. Sean, how you gonna sell it all them goddamn pills and doing all this talking now, man? What the hell this world done got to? We was on no talking, now we doing a bunch of talking.
we were all cuddle puddles.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So just to lay down some of your credentials, then, you know, I've told the viewers that you've been in some Diddy videos and many other videos. I'm gonna what is it? Jim Jones is the first one I think you showed us. Let's see. Here we go. So you're in the beginning of this one, right?
Oh yeah, that's my Porsche too.
All right, I'm gonna play the beginning of this one for the viewers to see you in action. I'm gonna keep the sound muted, viewers, so we don't get a copyright strike.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Whoa. That's me. That's my Porsche. Oh.
Let me make it bigger. What is it?
Yeah.
All right, so there's the beginning of that one.
Yeah.
We've already got 2,000 people watching live. Let me just get rid of this one for a second. I've been doing most of the talking, Ali. So can you just briefly just say hello to the viewers? And this is a chance to introduce yourself.
Hey, what's going on, UK? I'm Ali Zoe Adams, Zoe Pound. I'm Haitian. I'm out of Miami. Miami is where I'm raised, and I must say, for all entertainers in America, if you want to enjoy your money, you must come to Miami. It's the #1 place to enjoy your money. When you go to Ocean Drive, all you see is G-strings, far as the eyes can see.
And we're gonna get into your story before we get to the partying with Diddy and all the big names and stuff.
Yeah.
But just to give the viewers a little tease of what's coming, what kind of names did you party with?
They partied with me. Like
exactly.
You know, it was a little different. Guys from the streets was very, collar popping, and everybody wanted to mimic the life and try to see how to move, how to swag, how to talk, and use their music and use the words in their music. So, every night is like 300 people with me. So, it was differential people with me every night. I was making great money. I got indicted for 172 million. So, that's just some money laundering. Yeah. Sean, you was acting an ass now. Stop it. You was acting an ass now. They outlawed your ass, man. That motherfucker can't come back there, man. Don't bring him back. Yeah.
All right, so guys, I'm gonna go over some of Ali's backstory before we get to the party stuff. And Ali has agreed, he can talk about some Diddy stuff, 50 Cent stuff, Jay-Z. We've got all this stuff coming up. But before we get to that, Ali, let's go back, over your life history. How did it begin for you? What was it like for you growing up?
I came from Haiti, 1984. We had a president called Jean-Claude Duvalier, and he was a dictator. But I wasn't the minority, and I wasn't poor. I was under his regime, and so his regime had a coup d'etat, and his regime lost power. And when they lose power, everybody that's in administration, you got to put tires over them and burn them up. So we had to leave. So we jumped on the boats, exiled to Miami. Sad to say, one boat flipped over with my auntie, flipped over with 3 cousins, 4 aunts, 2 uncles, and I lost family members, but I reached Miami personally for me. But it's always been a heartfelt issue. But I landed in Miami-Dade, Florida, 1980, 85, 84, 84.
Man, that must have been heartbreaking to lose family members like that.
Yeah, it was some good family members, cool uncles too, man. Yeah, but not just me. Many people take this trip from Haiti, Virgin Islands, Trinidad, Dominican Republic, trying to go to America, and there ain't nothing but sharks out there. If that boat flip, it's over with. Sharks gonna eat you up. It's over with. Don't even try to come up. You're dead.
What was it like getting established?
Established as far as where?
In America.
Oh, I wasn't really embraced. There was a lot of immigrants, crucial issues going on, and I wasn't cool where I could say, what's up? And I wanted to be a pilot for my mother. And in school, I'm being targeted. So I'm the show in 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grade where I'm fighting. I'm steady fighting. To you know what I'm saying? So within that, my mother got a store in Carol City. So 19 of us stayed in a house in Carol City, and my mother bought a store. And in front of the store, come to find out, it was a crack epidemic. So, guys was like, you can own the store if you want, but we own the front of the store. So we had to negotiate, so it became something that got immune to me to try to, understand what's going on. But I fell in love with they were looking good. They were looking real sporty and flagrant and flamboyant, and they were really, coming through in some nice rides, and girls was like, hey, they wasn't saying hey to me.
Had you watched any movies, like gangster movies, as a young man that had an impression on you?
Gangster movies, Scarface is out of Miami, because I really came up with a lot of Cubans. From Miami, all we had was, our historical issue was Castro and Cuba and Uncle Luke. They were our, some people like Atlanta got Martin Luther King, Malcolm, Alabama has Tennessee, New York got 5%ers, but for Miami it was Castro and Uncle Luke Skywalker. So it was something that I could tell mold me,
How realistic was Scarface?
The Cubans had it, because I ended up to go all the way, I was selling drugs from 1985 to 2007. So the government had me in a small quad with the Ochoa brothers and the Rodriguez brothers. And Bad Boys 2 did a movie on me. They say ZOE pound 7 times in the movie with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. So my mother was bringing clothes to the dock, and while she bringing close to the dock, I uncover that, oh shoot, I see the Colombians them and they're doing their thing. So I embraced it like, oh, I need to do an interception. So I started to intercept their things. You know, I lost dudes too. Dudes' hands got cut off. My man's them got burnt up. A lot of things happened behind that, but I really, it became, and like I was saying, when I ended up getting indicted, I was in a quad with Ochoa brothers and Rodriguez brothers. I'm asking, why am I here? Because they're talking crazy. They talking about I bought a tank from Yugoslavia. I'm like, what?
Ali, let me stop you real quick because I got to explain to the viewers. So what Ali's saying is he was incarcerated with the Ochoa brothers and the heads of the Cali cartel, and the Ochoa brothers were one of the main of the four factions of the Medellin cartel. So these were the head guys of the Medellin and the Cali cartels. And Ali, he was so serious what he'd done, he was housed with these guys.
Right.
Yep. There you go.
That's it there. Yeah.
All right. Yep. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, I want to make sure I'm housed with them, so I'm really trying to find out, why am I housed with these dudes? Like, these dudes are talking another kind of language over here with me. These dudes are saying, oh, you know, I just said, what I said, yeah, we buying tanks from Yugoslavia and Georgia and Czechoslovakia and rocket launchers. I'm like, what? I wasn't doing all of that. I was just a little drug dude in the city doing my thing, but I was very impressed with what they was doing. But, you know, I sincerely try to understand why we had the same prosecutor. But, you know, I got to know them. I read their books. I read everything they went to. Fabio, Ochoa, all of them, we got close. They'd be like, here go $500, man. They drunk coffee like it was water. I'd be like, huh? I did 3 years and 7 months in a room by myself. They was across the hall, Rodriguez, but they did 5 years and change across the hall from me. So, you know, we all we had.
Ali, going back to your life story then, you know, you've described, you know, coming to America, the horrors that your family went through. How did you rise up the ranks as a young man?
Well, in Miami, oh gosh. In Miami, there was a guy named Kenneth Booby Williams, Booby Boys. He was very well known. He had like 600 dudes around him, and he kept a equilibrium to where everybody will hold their temperature because of him. But he was in front of my mother's store. So he had a liking to me. So he would be like, hey, come with me. He would have personal talks with me and holler at me. He worked me. He told me to go work in Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? He told me to go work in Pensacola, Escambion, projects. So I would cook up, he would teach me how to cook up the crack in a pot, and I could break it down to where it's $119,000 in nickel rocks and $5 pieces. So he became like a mentor to me, you know, through that 80s and 90s era, you know?
What challenges confronted you during, you know, early on?
Well, a lot of challenges that come around is a lot of dudes can smell if you don't know what you're doing and if your heart ain't strong, you know? It's just like the UK. I think their heart is strong because they got to use knives. And we had guns, but they understood my heart was strong, and I always be saying, man, you not God. I don't see what the fuck you saying, man. What's up? Do this, do that, do that. So I grew up. I went through a lot of shootouts, a lot of discipline where it's like, okay, we respect it. Let's do it. So everybody bring my money back, you know?
What was the first shootout?
Oh man. One dude caught me in the auto parts store. He just went to shoot me. But it's been a lot, you know, and
Give us a nice detailed shootout story.
okay. Shit, I'm the one I'm leaving a dead end street, and this dude, I told him I told him do not give this dude no more bricks. He's not gonna do right. So he kept on. So you know he had 60 of them. So I kept it. But I'm like, that's it. You know, his money was fucked up. So I knew he was broke. So he had no money for war. At least I thought so. But then he crept up on me. I was in Lexus. My man Joe is driving a Lexus. My man Makak is driving is in the passenger seat. I'm in the back. Woo! So we coming up out of the dead end. When I get to the stop sign, a Suburban pull up. And they let loose. Boom, 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 they let loose. So I'm just like, God damn, I got blessed. The driver got hit 8 times. The passenger got hit 2 times. It was bad because he got hit in the back. He was paralyzed. So I had to jump out the car. I jump out the car. I go in the middle of the street. I see a hero. I jump in the driver's seat and force myself in his car. I take his car. I drive by them. But my homeboys there, I'm like, man, help me with my friends, man, help me with my friends. And I grab my homeboy, my cop who's hit in the back. He's like, nah, I can't walk. I'm like, come on. I can't walk. He's like, I can't feel my leg. I'm like, God damn, man, come on. So I'm like, oh shit, great. Hey, I look, the hero trying to leave. I'm like, oh shit. Hey. So finally he not scared. He's like, come on, man, get his leg. So he grabbed his leg, I grab his hand, and we bring him in the car. When I bring him in the car, my man in the driver's seat, strong. He hit 8 times. He's like a mummy. He's moving. Come on, boy, let's go. I grab him. I throw him in the car. So I drive by the hospital. We always been known, don't ever go in the hospital. I let him out in front of the emergency room, and you know what I'm saying? Both of them live, God bless, you know. But you know, that, you know, a lot of emphasis, but you know, that one there's on every news station, so I just repeat it all the time.
Did that situation make you rethink your occupation?
Nah, they called the police the next day. So it was I was built for it. Sometimes I think words are powerful too. You know, sometimes I think a drug dealer's dream is to go to the feds or to die. And hopefully you get a wake up. But I didn't have no understanding. It was straight, make millions. And all I wanted to be is nobody can ever be the king of the Wild Boys. But all I ever wanted to be was Miami, the ultimate dude. I didn't want no other dream in my life, so I wasn't checking out.
What was the worst injury you ever sustained on the streets?
Nah, I've been blessed. You know, and I've been blessed not to get shot. I've been in a lot of shootouts, but God bless me. I haven't been shot. You know, God bless, you know. And you know, a lot of I've gone through a lot of people that has been, but you know, nah, not me.
All right, so in England then.
Sean, you been shot before in Arizona?
No.
Oh, all right. One thing I say about the plug, they indict 24, not the plug. They shoot at them, not the plug. They go there, not the plug.
So in England then, it's gangs by area. There's a thing called postcode wars.
Yeah.
Postcode's like zip code.
Okay.
So for the people in England, then, can you explain when you came to America, what were the gangs? What were the different gangs, and how did your gang start?
Well, in Miami, it was the 40s. The 40s was like my man Dewey and Trent. It was Lynch Mob. It was Cloverleaf, the Jamaicans, Kerry Rudolph,